Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. And this was the Raw before Extreme Rules, where this Sunday Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are going to take on Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans for the last time. And Becky and Seth are favored to retain their titles. So let's see if that will be hopefully the main event. So we're gonna go through it. They kicked up the Raw last night, which was fantastical. And yes, they did face Andrade and Zelina Vega. So y'all know Sunday night, Becky and Seth were at a live event. Seth main evented against Corbin, and Lynch came out to save him by Lacey Evans interfering in the matchup, and Becky came out with a candlestick. No, Lacey was not involved. It was Corbin, and she came out with a stick to attack Corbin. And then Seth had a message to send to Andrade and Zelina that to be careful when a man comes around. So they kept up the show. It was fantastic. Becky kicked off the matchup with Rollins watching on. And Becky did good. She did good. And then this matchup that everyone was wanting, Rollins versus Andrade. I thought Charlotte Flair was going to get involved, knowing that Charlotte is dating Andrade. But WWE doesn't care. Because WWE only cares right now about Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, the newest couple and the top champions of Monday Night Raw. So WWE app has it here. And the article says that's 2 in a row for Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, who powered past Andrade and Zelina Vega to earn the second consecutive mixed tag team match victory, teeing them up for the third at Extreme Rules, titles on the line. Surprisingly, the Twitter beef between Lynch and Zelina carried over into the match, and despite some impressive information from La Musa, the man employed this armor to submit Vega, moving her from the bout their admission rules. Lynch was far from a passive pre-pass for the rest of the match, however, bonding with Lacey Evans, her half of Sunday's challengers, and Vega, while also getting the worst of some intercontact with Andrade from the outside of the ring scrap among the 4 competitors. Rollins, concerned for his partner, briefly gave Andrade an opening to hit his running knees, but once Vega surpassed for the second time, the Beast Slayer drilled Andrade with the stomp to win the match. The 2 champions were not afforded the dignity of peaceful exit. However, Baron Corbin and Evans resurfaced after the match to lay them out at the top of the stage as a final message for Sunday, and perhaps a preview of a world where Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's mixed tag team match giants had 2 impressive wins and had 1 consecutive loss. When I saw that, I thought, okay, I'm starting to doubt that Becky and Seth are not going to come out of Extreme Rules victorious. And then later on in the show, before Roman Reigns' matchup, Corey Graves got an exclusive interview with the couple and telling them that what could happen on Sunday if Seth loses Becky's title, or what if Becky loses Seth's title, would it affect their personal feelings for each other. Becky came out to say that he came out on commentary desk, journalist, and then he said that I backed up everything I said. Disney Point just said that he backed up everything he said, and at Extreme Rules, they walked in as champions, and then Corey gave them back to Seth to see what he's gonna say about it, and he completely agreed with his girlfriend, the Raw Women's Champion. So sorry guys, stay tuned for my predictions, or probably Friday I'll be posting my predictions for the matches to see what I have in store and who I have to win the match at Extreme Rules, and Monday I'll post the results and stuff. So the next match was the Usos closed the gap against the Revival. 9 times out of 10, it's a good day to be a McMahon's friend. This, then, would be the 10th Elias and the Revival, both allies of the best in the world, were humiliated at the hands of the Usos and longtime Shane Mendes, The Miz, when they blew a 1-0 lead in a 2-out-of-3 falls match, boosting Miz's quest to get to Shane and perhaps teeing another confrontation between the top guys and their rivals. The Living Truth bailed on his squad about halfway through the match, and after the Revival had already scored the first fall with a shattered machine to Jimmy Uso. The Raw Tag Team Champions held tough in essentially a handicap match scenario, but a skull-crushing finale from The Miz tied things up, and the Usos sealed the deal with a splash to Scott Dawson. The Revival are, of course, still living the high life, which should be no more conference following tonight. But they were to sleep a little less soundly in the fine string sheets, it would be hard to blame them. So last night, after Becky and Steph's match, we were introduced to a 2-out-of-3 falls match between the Usos and The Miz versus the Revival and Elias. During the matchup, Elias decided to leave the Revival to go backstage. Okay, that gave them a 1-out fall. And then the Usos won the match, they came out victorious. And let's see how this Sunday the triple threat match is gonna work. Rey Mysterio's open challenge ends in disaster when Lashley comes calling. Rey Mysterio's return from injury was almost a one-and-done affair, as the challenge that brought out Bobby Lashley. Steamy and mad and ready to make an example of ending that move following his savaging at the hands of Braun Strowman last week. True to form, Mysterio got Lashley to the scraps of the 619 despite the size difference, but Almighty railed to bulldoze for his foe, bone-rattling spear for the 1-2-3. Unreeling to stop at a mere pinfall, the two-time Intercontinental Champion prepared to gorilla press Mysterio through the LED screen, shades of what Strowman did to him last week. Though he settled for throwing him into the crew of refs that interviewed, his actual message to Strowman was shorter and sweeter. He took the mic and vowed to prevail in the last man standing match this Sunday. As for Mysterio, when we look back on this night, the continents may well be take off easy. So, happened last Monday. I may have been on this, where Strowman and Lashley were in a false count interim match in the beginning of the show. And that stage area was the little logos of each wrestler, like Seth and Becky and the Usos and the New Day, etc. That part of the stage got broken into last Monday. At least pronto, when they got on the screen, on air on TV. That's what happened last Monday, and Lashley tried doing that to Rey Mysterio last night on Raw. And this Sunday, this is a chance that Lashley could do the same to Strowman as Dream Rules. Since this Sunday is a lot of stream matches, like Seth and Becky's matches, it's a Stream Rules match that can happen. Reigns and Taker versus McMahon and McIntyre is a no holds barred. Bailey and Alexa is a 2-on-1 handicap match. We'll get to that later on. So yeah. Cesaro challenges No Way Jose on Raw. Canceling No Way Jose's match with Cesaro last week turned out to be a little more than a slight delay for the inevitable. As a Swiss cyborg finally got his hands on the Dominican dancing machine and pretty much did the same thing he did to Jose last week in an unofficial capacity. Though Jose went a little bit of offense in the opening moments, a European uppercut stopped him cold and fed up the former United States champion to go to work, cowardly dismantling. What was I? Yeah, Jose with a Cesaro swing and a sharpshooter. Just another day at the office. So last week the matchup was a little delayed because of the 24/7 championship. Drake Maverick for surviving night as 24/7 champion. Congratulations. And congratulations on your wedding, I guess. Let's hope that survives. The Viking Riders feast on New Jersey locals in an impressive Raw outing. The Viking Riders continue the reign of terror with the latest conquest, a pair of Garden State brothers named Colin and Devin Justin, who stood out as much as a challenge as you anticipate. Eric and Ivar were so dominant they actually let their opponents up for what they was certain to be a 3 count in order to continue the punishment. Though they ended things quickly throughout the Viking experience. At this point, the Viking Riders' dominance is hard to dispute, and the best that they could be said for the Raw Tag Team division is that Eric and Ivar seem to be satisfied on locals, at least for now. That could lead to the Viking Riders to gain a title opportunity against the Revival one of these pay-per-views or one of these days. The Revival are not defending their titles, I think, on Sunday at Extreme Rules. I have to check. But I personally think that they are not defending the titles, and that title is not going to go out so good. Ricochet faces 2-for-1 action against Gallows and Anderson. However, let it be said, Ricochet doesn't know what he's walking into. Although it is that this is the point this Sunday, the High Flyer is painfully aware that he will have to contend the entire club if he wants to escape Extreme Rules with his United States title. The last word for his pre-match interview. In the end, I'll just have to fight all 3. Ended up being oddly pathetic as Luke Gallows and then Carl Anderson battled the title holder in consecutive matches with Styles looming large at ringside. Although the United States champion quickly dispatched both Good Brothers, those matches were little more than pretext to wear them down in advantage of the eventual attack from Styles, who slid into the ring and established another 3-on-1, mounting the second Ricochet, defeating Anderson. And what was as close to a Mercedes gesture as Styles had to offer, he promised to stop the beating so long as Ricochet stayed down. True to form, the champion did not obey, and Styles did what he had promised, dropping Ricochet with a phenomenal forearm seconds later. So that could be a little problem for Ricochet this Sunday at Extreme Rules, knowing that AJ Styles has Luke Gallows and Carl by ringside. So will the High Flyer, the one and only Ricochet, come up victorious on Sunday alongside with the other champions of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live? Drake Maverick survives the night as 24/7 champion. Barely. 24/7 champion Drake Maverick continued his test of endurance as he brought his wife Renee to New York as the latest stop on their ill-fated honeymoon. Unfortunately, a private conversation with his wife brought out the vultures, leading Maverick on a mad chase throughout the arena. This Paul's champion, R-Truth, eventually found his way into the pursuit as well, and against all odds, Maverick evaded his pursuits. He also nearly escaped the Viking Riders when he ran a fall of their match to make it back to his wife in one piece. However, Truth and the referee were laying in wait to somehow find their way into their crate, and Renee was sitting on top. Truth emerged right when Maverick on himself safest, placing the referee on his back and pursuing the champion deep in the New Jersey summer night. So, as I said earlier, congratulations to Drake Maverick for surviving the night as a 24/7 champion. Tonight on SmackDown, probably R-Truth can reclaim it tonight. Depends on where Renee and Maverick is at. Nikki Cross selects the stipulation for Bayley versus Bliss. As goes Alexa Bliss, so goes Nikki Cross. And as Monday Night, that's no longer cynical. Following a victory over Bayley in the Beat the Clock challenge with the stipulation for Bayley versus Bliss at stake, the Twisted Sister made a selection that could cement the alliance in stone, and the donation for loyalty in stone. To Bliss, Cross to dispatch Dana Brooke. Penalty of time to spare against Bayley's 4 minutes and 32 seconds win over Sarah Logan. Selected a 2-on-1 handicap match as the stipulation, meaning Bayley will be defending her title against both women at once. Her advice is that Bayley find a loyal friend to slap some sense into her didn't exactly fall on receptive ears, as the champion slapped Cross in the face, dropped her with Bayley's belly, and drilled a flying elbow to her sternum. Clearly, if Alexa Bliss has manipulated Nikki Cross, she's too far to gone to save. And if she hasn't managed with her, Bayley has two motivated opponents to deal with. Either way, time for talk has ended. So when Nikki Cross said, find your lower friend, that made me think about Sasha Banks like this. Sasha Banks has been friends with Bayley since NXT. Bayley was brought up to the main roster by Sasha. They first teamed up together at Battleground back in 2015, if y'all remember that. And they were the first women's tag team champions at Elimination Chamber, and they lost it at WrestleMania a few months later. 3 months in being champion, they lost the titles at WrestleMania against the Iconics. So let's hope that this leads to Sasha Banks returning, and that will hopefully start new rivalries for Bayley and Becky and people who are current champions now in Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live new chances to defend their titles and have a longer reign. How does Collusion almost beat Shane McMahon on Raw? Gary Who, the mystery partners Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre selected to team with Roman Reigns, turned out to be a collusion at the Proto Center and gave the Go Goldberg, who only took the gig after Shane and McIntyre promised him a $5,000 payday. In all honesty, Gary, a three-time employee of the month at the Potential Center, who competed in a mask, earned his money and then some, breaking out a frankly astounding sequence of high-flying maneuvers before McIntyre turned him inside out with a match-ending Claymore. Reigns, who had been waylaid by a trip into the ring before Gary tagged himself in, drove Reigns to have been waylaid by a trip into the ring post before Gary tagged himself in, drew McIntyre and McMahon from the ring before unmasking the GOAT to reveal no other than Cedric Alexander, the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, who apparently assumed the GOAT's identity for reasons yet unknown. Alexander received a busted lip for his troubles. If Shane's MO is any indication, that may well be the first of painful lessons he learns. Provided, of course, Shane and Drew don't learn one first from Roman and his other part this Sunday. So y'all know if this matchup was the main event, and Shane said if anything is involved, he's taking out the match on Sunday. So all night, Shane and Drew McIntyre were looking for a partner for Roman Reigns. They found Gary, who turned out to be later on the night Cedric. At this time, we've always seen former 205 Live wrestlers on the main roster. Like last Monday, we saw Matt Kanellis. And also, guys, we also saw Maria Kanellis and Matt Kanellis backstage in like the little lounge area. And we did see them. And yeah, so cute, to be honest. But then, let's see this Sunday what turns out for Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Let's hope that if they do this with titles, they won't affect their real life relationship, which I doubt it will. And also, guys, Becky Lynch is the first woman to be on the ESPN cover with no other than Glow's Allison. That's a cover, guys. You can get on Friday. And Seth, which is Becky's boyfriend of 6 months. Oh, Rollins, okay. He retweeted her tweet. He posted this an hour ago saying, "When your main squeeze the actual most badass chick that ever lived," at Becky Lynch WB, using those cute emojis. And I searched up what main squeezes, and that means that he has strong feelings for Becky Lynch. It's so cute. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Let's get hot in here. Let me turn my camera quick. Okay. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow me on my social medias. My Instagram is softballqueen1380. My Twitter is AshleyWeFan46. And guys, my little doggy, he's so cute, guys. He woke up, so tired. Look at here, see? He's so cute. And it's been a year already with him, and I'm very happy. So cute. I mean, put you down, puppy. So there you go, guys. He's so cute. Vinny, say hi. No, guys, he's so lazy. So guys, yeah. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video about SmackDown, and stay tuned for Friday's or Saturday's video where I do give my predictions for Extreme Rules, featuring the power couple Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Bye guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.